Hi guys, Kay with Zuno. This is the third video, and hopefully you guys have watched the first and second video so you understand how this indicator works. This was the last day we monitored on the prior video. Let's move forward. I won't go into the details of the indicator because we did on the last two videos. Okay, by the end of the last day that we monitored and analyzed, we did get a reversal signal. Uh, and as the market opens, we're looking for a reversal. By now you guys have figured out that during this yellow period where the SD1, which is the day trader trend or intraday trend, is calculating the trend, we only trade if we have a reversal signal, which we do today. We're looking to go short, but what happens? The opposite happens, and we're not getting the second criteria that we need for the histograms to be printing below the zero and also have the red color, which we don't have right now. So we're waiting for that. We're going to look at market internals while we're waiting to see if market internal supports our analysis. And what we're seeing is volume breadth, which is this one here, and I'm just tracking it. It's rising, and it rises above 50%, which if it does, it should quickly pull back down, and it doesn't. It does the opposite actually. And the ticks, look at the ticks as well. Pretty strong, I mean really strong. So we're getting divergences in our analysis. The nice thing is that we never, we wouldn't just short here because we didn't, our indicator isn't showing SD1, saved us, okay? And that's the nice thing about combining these two, because I've tried to plan for all contingencies, or because the markets can be pretty brutal, and so at this point we can't do anything. We can't do anything based on these indicators. Trend is confirmed, and based on what we saw in the internals, because the internals got pretty bullish by this time, we shot straight up, and then we're just hovering over the 50% ticks. The ticks are very, very bullish. Okay, so nothing was lost or gained. Well, information was gained, and normally when we don't get that reversal, that also backs up the strength of the strength of SD1, showing us that yes, indeed, we do have an uptrend. So you would just buy breaks. Break, you're looking to buy. Break, you're looking to buy. Or in other words, buying pullbacks and getting long. And you would do that all day long because that's what SD1 told you to do. And the background was dark. Excuse me. And the background was dark green, dark red, supporting that the background, although down, it's giving us a downtrend, but it's a weak downtrend. Very good. Let's move forward. No reversal signals from the night before or in the morning because this is dark green. It needed to be bright green or green. Okay. While we're waiting for SD1 to figure out the trend during this yellow period, let's look at internals. Volume breadth was really bearish and then popped right above zero. This does not happen that often. When it gets bright green like that, it doesn't happen that often. This is a very stable indicator. And sometimes it does and quickly comes back down. Ticks look bearish. Notice this little thing here. Volume breadth popped below zero line while the market's still hovering here and hasn't made its move. That's what I would consider leading information. So that this would tell us the internals are showing signs of weakness. We should be, and this histogram is starting to print reds. We still don't have the direction of the trend yet, but we're thinking it's going to be bearish, and it is. So now it's time to sell rallies. Background is dark green, which indicates weakness in the uptrend. Okay, and let me just give you a glance of this whole day. And you would do that all the way till this point, and then you would, SD1 is telling you that the downside pressure is weakening. And since the background was dark green, you definitely need to adhere to that. Let's move forward to the next day. Okay, we did get a reversal signal again. Okay, so we do have business during this yellow period. Let's look at the internals. Okay, market internals never went below the 80%. It's in fact above 71. It does pop up, so does the market. It moves back below 0, market comes down. Ticks are back and forth so far. Okay, volume breadth below 0, and at this point, some traders that have been using SD1 and SD2 for a long time got short right on this interval here, even though we didn't start printing reds below here. And the reason was because they saw the strength or momentum of the market declining, and they got this reversal signal. And they had levels that they were watching here, and they saw this push. Normally with the reversals, we want to see a high, and then that high tested and we get short. If it's a bullish reversal, we want to see a low and then test it, and we get long on that test, basically buying a higher low or selling a lower high. And trend at this point, SD1 confirms the trend, SD2 gets strong as well. This is the ultimate signal when you get both of them showing strong trend. That's when day traders are participating, swing traders are participating, everyone's participating. Okay, and this is the way the day ended. Okay guys, I added this indicator, which is value chart. It's a fairly decent indicator if you know how to use it properly. I added this because, okay, I've shown you at least 5-6 days continuously without any gaps in between of market action, and how SD1 and SD2 do such a great job of showing the direction to trade with. Now, so how do you enter? Well, you guys most likely have your own favorite ways, but just in case you don't, when a market's strong and there's good momentum, okay, well, let's skip that for a second. Okay, this is the value chart. For those that aren't familiar with it and want more information about it, you can just contact me. The value chart has 2 red lines and 2 cyan lines. Okay, when the value chart goes above the 2 red lines, that's when you can sell, and when it's below, that's when you can buy. Obviously, we're not interested in buying today, and I've marked all of the proper entry points here, as you can see. Okay, this would have been a loss here. You would have gotten short and you would have immediately gotten stopped out. No big deal, because you had so many other trades. Okay, and we're not even considering the reversal trade here. Now, the way it works, you want to see price go below this last blue line, and you want to see the value chart go below this last blue line and then come up between 800 and between 4 and 8, and that's when you would look to initiate a short. Okay, again, it goes down, comes up, and the reason I marked these bars because of these dots that I have on the candles. Want to see that lower than the previous one. Okay, and that would be your entry. Another way that you can do it when you feel that the trend is losing some momentum, for example, you got short here and we didn't make a lower low, and look at this move up. This was a strong move up. Okay, you can look for a higher probability. A higher probability trade setup would be ES made a slight higher high there. Okay, that's called a divergence between the indicator and that. Okay, okay, we went below the blue lines, come up, we got stopped, then went up above 8 again, and we entered there. Went below and went up. And notice once the market starts moving sideways and doesn't have that sharp, continuously making lower lows, you can start filtering by only selling when it goes above the last line, which is 8, the reading of 8, okay? And let the reading of the 4s be, just wait for the higher readings because the market's going sideways. And that is it, guys. If you have any questions, you have my emails up here. And if you have any questions on the value chart, contact me. Thanks for watching.